Hey guys, welcome to the YouTube channel. I'm Chris Keefer. Thanks for downloading this and subscribing and all that stuff that the kids say. We are at Glen Helen Raceway today, of course. Where else would we be? And we have two 2024 KX450s. The good news is right now you can buy a Kawasaki KX450 for $6,000, $7,000. They're insane. Some of you guys are wondering, like, where do I get something like that? So Power Motorsports has them. I use Moto Shippers, so if you guys want to get a new KX for pretty cheap and then have it shipped to you, that is available. You can hit me up, chris@keeferinctesting.com, and I'll hook you up with a good guide price. But nonetheless, it's super easy to make these things fast because in stock form, quite frankly, it's the slowest 450 out on the market today. But as you guys know, it's 450 cc. So when you say slow, it's relative, right? So I feel like it's easier to get power out of a 450 than try to tame the power down. Look, I've been on a Yamaha the past couple years racing them, and it's just tough to tame it down. It's a lot of motorcycles. So with this bike, it's rideable, easy to ride. There's a little bit more rear wheel connection. It doesn't step out on you, but it needs a little bit more juice. So a couple things you guys can do. It's super easy to do. One, it's a free mod. You can just take that grommet out of your airbox. Super easy to do. But then the stock muffler is pretty choked up. There's a lot of guts inside of the core. Some of you guys are ripping that out and that is helping, but it just, to me, it doesn't sound right. So if you're looking for an aftermarket muffler, there's a bunch of reviews on my website, but we are here today to talk about the Akrapovic Evolution muffler and then the Pro Circuit Tie 6 Pro. I'm gonna tell you which one is better, that I like the most, what each pipe does for this KX450's character, and give you some feedback. Some of you guys are out there wondering, which one should I get, Keefer? I get that all the time. So this is what this video is about. So we'll start by taking the stock system off. You're putting these on. It's a little tricky. If Aiden can come down here. If you guys, it's kind of a pain in the ass. Kawasaki didn't really think too hard about designing this because it's kind of hard to get a T-handle or a wrench in there. So if you guys have a swivel socket, that's the easiest way to get that thing off. But nonetheless, once you take that off, you got the muffler off and you got your new pipe, you're gonna save about, with the Akrapovic, about 2.5 pounds. It's pretty amazing how light this thing is, and you're gonna save about 1.8 pounds on the Pro Circuit Tie 6 or Tie 6 Pro. So right away, you're gonna lose some weight. The next thing is, this is about a $1,700 system on the Akrapovic Evolution. It's very expensive. The Pro Circuit, anywhere between, I see them $1,300 to $1,500. So the price difference is a little bit varied by $300-400, but nonetheless, there is a power difference between the two, and we'll explain that here right now. So with the Tie 6 Pro, you guys are asking me, why do I go the Pro? There's a couple videos on my YouTube channel to explain why I do that. I prefer the sound of the Pro versus just the Tie 6 because if Aiden can point that in here, inside of here, the perf and the core is a little bit shaped different for AMA regulations. This is an AMA Pro legal sound muffler. For you guys riding local races, you don't need that. But for me, I just like the sound more because the Tie 6 is quite loud. So we're just going with the Pro. You're gonna get more roll-on throttle, so a little bit more torque from stock with the Pro Circuit. I feel like you could carry second gear a little bit longer out of corners, as well as recovery for me in third gear is a little bit quicker than the stock muffler. So you're getting more low end RPM response, makes the bike feel lighter and just a broader mid-range. I don't notice a lot more top end, but I do notice a little bit more stretch in each gear, especially second and third gear, where this bike likes to be ridden. The Kawasaki really likes to be ridden in second gear. I ride a Yamaha quite a bit, as well as a KTM. I still think the KTM and the Kawasaki like to be downshifted into second. The Yamaha, you can lug it and ride that thing in third gear. This bike does not like that. It likes to be in second gear, but it awards you with a long second gear, especially coming up these hills at Glen Helen. I don't have to shift for a long time, unlike the Yamaha where it revs through really quick, and then I gotta shift to third. So this Pro Circuit system, very noticeable. It's been a long time since you were able to actually buy a full system muffler and feel the difference. Most of these bikes leading up until now, it shapes the character a little bit different, but you're like, man, I don't really notice that much difference compared to my stock system. with the 2024 and 2025 KX450. As soon as you put this muffler on, you're gonna know right where your money went. So it is quite nice. So I like that I'm getting more low end, more mid-range, better recovery, and a lighter feel. That's what you're gonna get from the Tie 6 Pro. Now we're gonna move on to the Akrapovic Evolution system, which I think personally is a better looking system. I like the look of the color. Like you can see the head pipe here. This thing has about, I don't know, 2 hours on it, and it's just the color purple, how it turns colors. It's very attractive, and they're just well-made mufflers. Between the two, you can get about 8 to 10 hours on the Pro Circuit packing, but on the Akrapovic, you can go damn near 30, 40 hours on this thing with zero maintenance. That's the benefit of an Akrapovic. I will say the performance is a little bit different than the Pro Circuit. Not as much low-end RPM response, not as much torque feeling, just a broader, smoother, more linear pull than the Pro Circuit Tie 6 Pro. That is not a bad thing compared to stock. You're still getting more low-end. You're still getting more low-end RPM response, but you're just not getting that response, that crack, that excitement that some of you guys are looking for out of this KX450. So if you're looking for that, I think the Pro Circuit is a little bit better for you. But if you're looking for more of a smoother roll-on along with a broader torque feel, I still think the Akrapovic is a good choice. What you will get more with the Evolution over the Tie 6 Pro is top end and over rev. This pipe really shines up near the top of its power. If I'm stretching second to third gear, it will pull that gear a little bit longer on top and have more over rev. So that is a plus. It just takes a little bit longer to get there versus the Pro Circuit, but still much different than the stock muffler. So much better. I think on the dyno, it's really cool. Akrapovic's website is really nice. They give you a bike that starts up and you can hear the sound of the muffler versus stock, which I think is really cool. They give you the weight, they give you the dyno result. So you're almost getting 1.8 peak horsepower with this Akrapovic. Again, I'm not a big dyno guy, but nonetheless, that information is there for you guys to look at. But you do feel it on the track from top end and over rev. I just don't think it has enough low end meat for me to really be like, okay, I'm gonna spend my money on the Akrapovic. Now, if you don't wanna screw with your muffler, you wanna slap it on, get some more power than stock, have it look good, and don't have to repack this thing for 30, 40 hours, this is your muffler. You will have to babysit the Pro Circuit Tie 6 Pro more than the Akrapovic, but for me, I'm okay with that because I'll just send my muffler down to get it repacked, and I'll have more horsepower, have more excitement, and for me, the character itself just makes the bike feel lighter. So that is the big difference between the two. It's up to you to decide what type of rider you are, but nonetheless, both of these mufflers are better than stock. I would assume almost every aftermarket company now is going to build a better muffler than stock because that's super easy to do. Kawasaki left a lot on the table for the aftermarket, and these two muffler companies have done a great job designing a muffler that's much better than stock and gives you a little bit more excitement from the Pro Circuit and a little bit of a broader range from the Akrapovic. It's a little bit tougher to find the Akrapovic. I know Chad at XPR Performance, if you can look that up, he does offer Akrapovic. He is a dealer. Obviously Pro Circuit, you can go online and get that. If you guys are looking to get the Pro Circuit Tie 6 Pro, you will have to specifically ask for the Pro model because again, it's a little bit different of a perf inside. Pro Circuit wanted me to tell you guys that the Pro versus the regular Tie 6 does take more maintenance and just more packing intervals than the Tie 6 itself, just because it creates more heat because it's a smaller core inside this right here. But again, it needs back pressure. I like the sound better, and for me, I just prefer it. So real quick, I'll try to start these up real quick. I don't know what this will sound like on the GoPro, but the Akrapovic has like a little whistle to it with the insert in. Aiden, you can point that in here. If you guys are wondering if you guys need to take this out, do not take this out. It hurts back pressure. You will lose low end. You might gain a little bit of low end RPM response, but you will lose torque feeling out of the corner. So leave that insert in. Don't take it out. That's just that insert creating back pressure at the end of the muffler. closed circuit, a little bit deeper sound. No whistle. To me, you were going to start up the Tie 6, much louder, much raspier. If you guys are familiar with the 2023 KX450 SR, that's what that muffler, the KX450 SR comes with, and it's just loud, very loud. And to me, 8 to 10 hours of packing, you're gonna have to babysit that, but nonetheless, the Pro is about the same for me. I can go about 10 hours on it, and you're just gonna have to repack it. If you guys do not keep up on your muffler packing, you will ruin your muffler. I don't know how many times I've told guys this, you have to keep up on it. Hurts horsepower, you will blow the muffler out, and then you're gonna have to spend more money on a muffler. If you don't wanna worry about it, spend more money, get an Akrapovic, and then you can just shine it on and just ride the damn thing. So nonetheless, some differences between the two, but those are the differences. If you have any questions about either of these mufflers, Chris, K-R-I-S, at KeeferInkTesting.com is the place. It's like a virtual door for you guys to kick open and ask questions. There's no other media outlets doing that kind of shit. We're doing it. And if you have a mechanical question, you can pan right over to that big guy right there. Eddie at KeeferInkTesting.com. You have a mechanical question, please direct all of those to him, and please give him dumb questions. He loves dumb questions. All right, thanks for joining us. I want to do some more of these comparisons here on the YouTube channel, so tell your buddies, Keefer Ink Testing YouTube channel, subscribe, like. We're not going to do a vlog, so that's going to be done. We're not doing it. See you on the next